Hi, not uploaded a video in quite a while. Been quite poorly, changing medication and doing the house up because we're moving soon. I've been working on using a Raspberry Pi to create home automation, and the Raspberry Pi set up okay. That's a good little server, and I've got Alexa turning on my lamp and my light, and that seems to be working okay. That's working through an Arduino Mega uh, with a um, with a network shield. So what I'm working on at the moment is just really going through some ideas, and that's for lighting. So what I've done is I've had a look at the GU10s, and they run on full brightness at about 174 milliamps. That's 240 volts AC, which is acceptable. Um, but I got these, and these are. Oops, sorry, just knock you there. These are the MR16 GU 5.3s, and they say they're 8.2 watts. I haven't actually done the math, but they are really, really inefficient. So what it's got on here is a boost. I'm assuming it's a boost because you put 12 volts in, and I was putting 12 volts DC in, and they get really, really hot. And I don't think it's the LEDs that are giving off all the heat. I think the actual this control circuit's actually producing quite a bit of heat too. Maybe I may be wrong, but there we go. I'm sure you can put me right on that. But so I ran this at 12 volts, and it's nice brightness, and at 12 volts it's drawing 700 milliamps. And these claim to be dimmable. Okay, box coming in. Where is it? I can't even see it. There it is there. Image form, just my style. So it says it's dimmable, but I'm wondering if that was a byproduct of an accident. Maybe, I don't know. Um, so at 12 volts, say full brightness, 700 milliamps, but you start dimming it, and you bring your voltage down, which is how I would be controlling them. So that would be by PWM. And at 2.4 volts, which is the minimum voltage that I can take these before they drop out, is drawing 1.3 amps. So, I mean, that's just ludicrous. You think, oh, I'll turn the lights down, save some power. No, no, you actually use more. In fact, twice as much. So that's just ridiculous. So I took this one apart, as you can see, and connected these up, and I ran these at 16 volts, which isn't full brightness. I won't blast you out. So that's running at 16 and a half, 16 and a half volts, and that's drawing 91 milliamps. So, all right, higher voltage, but it's 91 milliamps as opposed to 700 milliamps. And that's not full brightness either. So I'm sure. Oh, hang on. Let's just have a little play on that one. So let's do it on my 27 volt range. I'm going to turn that abilities down. Oh, one button. Review. So we'll bring this up to the same. We'll do it at 16 volts. There you go, 16 volts. So we'll turn that on. Won't swamp you out. I'll just keep turning that up until, yeah, that's 20 volts. It's quite a nice brightness. Um, and that is now drawing 700 milliamps. So there you go. So full brightness, 700 milliamps. So this circuit's pretty much passing everything through. And when you turn them down, this circuit starts to get really inefficient, and like I say, doubles the current. So I really don't get that. So if you've got any ideas, then leave it in the comments for me. As I say, I'm learning always, aren't we all? So the idea now that I'm kind of leaning towards, because these are to try and get these dimmable. They're not as easy to get hold of as I thought. But if they're going to be that inefficient, I don't want them because I don't plan on ever running my lights on full brightness. So I'm thinking of going along the lines of the GU10s because, like I say, at full brightness, at 240 volts, that's 174 milliamps. That's acceptable. So I think that's the way to go. So with this, I'm going to be putting together a DMX controller to dim the 240 volts, and the DMX controller will go to a control unit which will receive signals from the MQTT server, and at least that way then we've got a known system that works with the MQTT. So the one thing that I'm very conscious of as well is that the fact that if the MQTT server goes down, or you lose internet or anything like that, is you've got to have manual control. So that's one thing that I'm going to be building into this system. How, I don't know yet. I'm going to have a little ponder on that one. But my light switches are going to be these little things, and they are rotary encoders with the push button. And on a single plate, I think I'm going to get two of those. And then on the double plate, so not the square one, but the rectangle one, you can either have four of these, or I'm thinking of capacitive touch switches behind, and then just put in some decals over the top. So that's kind of what I'm going on. So at the moment, in my first design, I suppose, is going to be one is going to control all the lights, and then so you can set the brightness or turn them on and off, or maybe a long press, you'd be able to set different modes. I don't know. I haven't really thought that far yet. And then the second one is going to be for a volume control for each room. So I'm also designing a 6 channel, so 6 in and 6 out audio amplifier. So you'll be able to select from any 6 inputs to go to any or all of the 6 outputs. So these amplifiers, you can buy them online, and they are stupid money. I think they start from anywhere in a region of about 500 UK pounds. But I'm pretty sure I can build it for way less than that. Just buy pre-built amplifiers off eBay. The components for doing the switching between channels are quite expensive. So I need to buy 6 of those, and they are in total about £37-38 for the 6. And then I'm going to be using JFETs with op amps to actually control the volume for each room. So you'll be able to just literally send a signal over the network through to MQTT, and then the MQTT will plug directly into the amplifier, and that will receive signals and do the corresponding thing. whatever that may be. So with this one, it's going to be a volume up and down, and then maybe a select, and then a long push would actually turn it off of the room. So at the moment, that's where we're at. What else are we end up doing? Oh yeah, the other thing as well is I've been watching Superhouse. So if you've not seen his channel, he's got some good ideas. So it'd be worthwhile checking him out. And he's doing a lot by Power over Ethernet. And so I've ordered myself a little Chinese or Chinesium Power over Ethernet box, and that is going to be providing power to these light switches, and then obviously then distributing the data. So they only work on 10 or 100 bits, kilobits, I don't know, whatever it is. It's not a gigabit, so whatever. Might edit that bit out, or I might not. I don't know. So that's where we're at. So if you got any ideas, then leave it in the comments, and I shall keep having a little think about how I'm going to do this.